Welcome back to the Order 1886. So, yeah, let's keep going.
You know,
Eventually.
I think I'm you know, we've gotten to this point here. I'm gonna say this. This is so bog standard a horror shoot 'em up third-person shooter that I would honestly rather be playing Resident Evil 6 than this.
If anything, I should have suggested to put that clip from Monty Python, where the guy says, "It's so dull."
I mean, but no, seriously though, I'll take Resident Evil 6 over this. And yes, I'm including all 4 of the different games within that game.
At the very least, the pacing there flows more quickly, and even if you don't like it, it's over before you know it, I guess.
Yeah.
And again, keep in mind, that's with 4 different campaigns, and yet that still feels like less of a slog than this.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So,
number 1.
I'd have been funny if it would be like Saw the video game, where if you open the wrong door, you get your head blown off.
Sergeant. Sir.
Anything to spice up the entertainment value.
Wait, hold on. So the police do know about the Knights, so...
Remember, we do collaborate with them.
Yeah.
Again, though, this story can't seem to decide how secretive the Knights are supposed
I think
to be.
okay, supposedly, I guess only the police knows about them, but the common populace doesn't. But again,
we're just a myth or something.
But again, the game never actually elaborates on this. For a game that is supposedly so focused on plot and world building, they sure missed that part of the world building.
And again, keep in mind, not only do the Knights walk around in broad daylight, but they have shown their action in broad daylight to civilians. So, what, do they track down the civilians and kill them or something?
Wait, so you're gonna get the airship to bomb the fucking courthouse, or sorry, the hospital.
Actually,
the hospital. Yeah, the hospital. Like,
it's even worse.
My dudes, did you ever consider that the werewolves may have been using that as a headquarters?
Dibs, did you take over the writing?
Even I wouldn't bomb a hospital.
But anyway, no. But seriously, I can get over that when it comes to the world building. So let me get this straight, Ready at Dawn. We can have collectibles about how about prices at the whorehouse, but we can't have a collectible explaining who exactly the Order works with specifically, and who and how well known they are.
And again, I call bullcrap on them not being public knowledge because they've clearly done stuff out in the public.
Yeah.
Also, again, when they have giant airships that anyone can see in the sky, too.
Find out where these bloody things are coming from. I'll cover the
How the hell has London not collapsed yet, considering there's apparently an entire hospital full of werewolves?
Maybe it's an abandoned hospital?
An abandoned hospital, then how come it hasn't been, toppled down to make room for something else then?
There's an analogy that I want to make with a specific, tabletop game that is, relevant to this, but the time is not ripe yet. I will have to wait near the end of the game.
Now, to be fair, sometimes in society, it takes a lot of money to bulldoze a building and replace that with something
Chapter
new.
4, an endless battle.
Some cities may have a lot of abandoned buildings. Gotham!
You drove up with LexCorp, everything rises up in an instant.
Of course.
Yes, thank you, LexCorp, for being all a part of Lex Luthor's bid to become president. Well, I mean, yes, it did help Gotham, and it did turn out to be a big real estate scheme in classic Lex Luthor fashion.
So basically, the plan is to go through the underground tunnels, all the way to the hospital, so that way we won't be spotted on our way there.
Hey.
More padding.
I mean, like I said, we've been walking among the populace. Remember, like I said, like Jova said, it's the whole excuse. Oh, don't you see? They're known among the police, but they're not known among the common populace. That excuse doesn't really fly because we've seen them interact with the common populace throughout this game, and they haven't even tried to make sure that those people don't see them. It's
I remind you, literally the first section of this game, chronologically anyway, has us walking amongst the public.
Yeah.
Clearly decked out in all of our armor and whatnot.
It's also because they take and also regarding this path, they take once again the game keeps making the knights go take the longest possible path just to get to somewhere. So for the reasons that me and Jeff already noted, they could have very easily just walked straight to the hospital. But again, the game wants an underground sewer level, so here you go.
Let's see. We've gone for about maybe like 2 to 3 hours worth of gameplay footage. Arguably, you could chop it down to 1 hour with the stuff that's actually been accomplished.
Get out of my way, thank you.
You're in my way, sir.
More like you're in my way, madam, but yeah.
Yeah, it's more fitting.
Like, I get it, they want to make it slow so that it can be ominous and spooky and scary. And maybe to a player who has a lot of patience for this game, it might be. For a player like me, though, I'm just like, you know what? I could be playing Resident Evil 7 instead for actual suspense.
And you have a multitude of tools where you can use your fucking knife and destroy the lock.
I mean, we literally saw you use a tool to pick a lock earlier.
Remember this game's philosophy, Teo. We have to take the longest possible route to our destination.
You know, just saying, 2 generations of console ago, Rayman 3 mocked this
No wonder!
With the longest shortcut.
No wonder
London.
London.
What I mean when I said that this is like Ride to Hell Retribution and making stuff way tougher than it needs to be?
Yeah.
God.
No wonder London is always in turmoil. People are always taking unnecessary detours to places that never get anywhere. They never get any shit done.
The Knights of the Round, everyone. Here to protect you from the things you don't see in the night. Assuming that there's not a lock.
Wait, what?
Because they can't get around that.
Allow me to remind everybody, we have a fucking explosive gun that we were using just the last part.
And it's not like you say, oh, the explosion will attract attention, because that's the entire purpose was when the tunnels were abandoned in the first place.
Yeah. And now there's rebels in here.
Okay, let me guess. We went down that way, but it turned out to be a dead end, just to have us come back up so that the enemy mooks can show up.
Also, I thought the purpose of going through the underground tunnels was to make sure we wouldn't be seen by anybody, but apparently there's rebels in here too, so I guess the whole, a covert way to get to the hospital without getting seen, turns out that was all for nothing because rebels are in here and they saw us. So,
I swear, it's so common in games that they'll say, oh, we gotta go through the catacombs, or oh, we gotta go through the graveyard, or oh, we gotta go through the sewer to avoid security, only to still have enemies down there.
You have to understand, audience, because the game does such a poor job in making the characters interesting, and the plot loves to spin its fucking wheels, we don't really have it's very hard not to get bogged down on the plot holes because they're pretty much the most prominent thing we have for now.
Ray, who are you shooting at?
Yeah, that's a good. Basically, okay. Basically, Teo. Yeah, did you notice that there was a bullet that seemed like it came out of here? So right now, this is a blind run in case you guys haven't noticed yet. But the point is, I saw that bullet that seemed like it came from there. See, where is this bullet coming from? So so I come here. Turns out there's a rebel here.
Green, you were literally shooting the opposite direction from us.
This is PS4. The power of an
you see what I mean? You see what I mean? Don't count on your fucking AI partners. Your AI partners are fucking useless.
They fired I fired at least again.
I'm honestly surprised the bullet doesn't just ricochet and hit her.
I would love for the constitutional. I would love for the constitutional peasants from Holy Grail to come here and start telling these people off. So pretty much.
What? Now, don't you see, guys? It's a brilliant innovation. You see, Igraine is secretly a traitor, and she is trying to mislead you in such a subtle way as literally fighting everywhere except where the rebels are.
Like I said.
My game is terrible.
Like I said, you see, this is why good old UK is always in turmoil.
Like, I'm sorry, but no, we had good AI partners as early as the PS2 era. What is this crap?
Gears of War got this right. Uncharted gets this right.
Yeah, even the first God Eater on the PSP got it right with the partner mechanic to the point where yes, Wibza.
Maybe it's better than the partner AI in Daikatana.
Well, congratulations.
I guess in this game, this game director can make me his bitch. I guess.
Oh, well, let's see. I guess if we're counting werewolves as dogs.
Is that really worthy of praise? Is it?
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. Sometimes you can be worse than
Green, what are you doing?
I get the Jova.
Green, there are people shooting at us. Why are you just walking? Now would be a time to fire.
I get the feeling. I get the feeling, Grain, like she's gone. Like she has gone complete cuckoo. She's gone. Like.
Wow, you know, again, I forgot how bad the AI was in this game.
Oh,
Yeah, Dark Legend 1 also made a little joke about this because yeah, it happens all the time. Go on.
Also, okay, I mentioned in the past improving that I'm far from knowing literally anything about guns, but can someone tell me why the standard, pistol in dotation to the order, it resembles instead of Luger, which is typically a German type of firearm, instead of
Simple tale.
Classical
Simple tale. They thought of what cool weapons they could put in the game, but didn't actually think about the setting. If it would make sense with the setting.
Or
basically.
someone was a fan of 7 Max, I guess.
Okay. Let's see. Were Lugers even a thing at this point in time? Or wait, let me
Again,
guess.
Jova, I know jack about guns in that kind of way. Like the only thing that I know is the stuff that is attached to my country, as in the Beretta, which took this mid and western regional design and made it a bit more
there's another one.
Now, to be fair, you can easily have the argument that this gun was imported over.
Yeah, no
here,
thanks to
like,
you dumb shit. We're almost there.
Yeah, I get what you say, Jova, don't worry.
Go on.
Anyway, let's see. As for when this gun was made, 1898.
So, missed a bit, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Again, you can say, oh, maybe it's technologically advanced.
I suppose. Except, again, they don't even really do as much
To be fair,
that aspect as they could in this
to be fair, you can make an argument that this is trying to be like an alternate take on history. Like,
no, I mean, I know that. The thing that I pondered about was not so much the idea of being advanced for the time, but why the design similar instead to a German type of pistol instead of something that you will see instead more appropriately in the UK. I'm pretty sure even at the time or even in the future they adopted their own specific design, specifically also to not have something similar to the Germans.
Alright,
oh yeah,
we're almost there.
UK had definitely
Move your ass,
again, the element of surprise doesn't even matter at this point. Technically, the rebels have spotted you.
I guess stiff Brits can't run.
Wow.
Maybe that's the reason why Galahad hasn't showed up in PlayStation Salvatore Royale. The whole movement will be too slow.
Having had some, actually, I disagree.
What?
With what? I was making a joke, by the way, Drebs. Just
just run, just not very far.
Well, I guess that's something. I guess.
Again, I don't even count that as running.
Also, Monty Python told me instead that thanks to the Ministry of Silly Box, we should be able to run.
Hold on. Percival seems.
Oh, yeah. No, we just took that scene specifically to point out that apparently Percival was talking to a man in shadow about something. Guess where that goes?
It goes about as far as I would to the gym.
Yes,
And
it goes
again,
absolutely nowhere. I'm not kidding. That plot thread never gets mentioned again.
And
honestly,
again, all of
think
this just to get on the other side of the road when they could have easily just, run through it before.
This would
I
be.
think at this
sorry.
point, Pedro, we can make a list of the plot
no.
that go nowhere in this game.
Imagine if I'm trying to think of Like,
Oh, I have an idea. Like, let's imagine if the Infinity Gauntlet in the Infinity Saga was just a cool-looking gauntlet and nothing came of it later.
So the one that was actually exposed in the Vault of Odin.
Ladies and gentlemen, the grand epic finale of the fate of the of this new current saga. Who gets their hands on a golden glove?
And nothing else. The Infinity Stones, just a false red herring.
A record, I guess, for the
the reception
I can't
list.
read shit. Again, my side is 10 out of 10, and
But this is a hospital. This is a hospital, so I can probably again. Whoever wrote this must be a great doctor.
Again, despite the camera being glued to the back of the characters, when they actually examine an object, you don't really have an option to zoom in potentially on the text.
No.
I think this game
Uncharted gives you the opportunity to
Read.
to get the game's regular text up over
Yeah.
in case you can't read what's on the paper.
That's the common standard. Like, but I guess to this game's credit, that wasn't the standard as of 2015 yet, maybe. Because remember, Life is Strange 1 came out the same year. Wait, did Life is Strange? I don't think Life is Strange 1 had that, did it? I know two. I know before. No. Never mind. Actually, never mind. Life is Strange 1 does have that. Yes, it does. I even used it in our playthrough. I was trying to remember. Yeah, Life is Strange 1 came out in the same year as this game, and it has that feature. So maybe you can make an argument that this feature started becoming a thing in 2015, and this game just missed the memo, which is reasonable because like not everybody's gonna get the memo immediately. So fair beans. But then, couldn't you really think of any way to make it easier? Have the characters vocalize what it says or something. Go on.
if I may, I feel like an easy workaround would be give the players an option to illuminate it. Like, sure, yeah, it might break the immersion.
That, Joe, remember, the parchment of the reception of the hospital had instead was basically the proportion of the object is the same, but the parchment of the reception of the hospital had its characters written in cursive in a small more font. So my option, my request would be instead to zoom in, to be able to zoom in. Great. But there's another thing.
One of us should search
hold on.
Agreed. I'll head downstairs. All right. I'll go.
My main thing was like,
what I was saying, Jova, is that one thing that the game doesn't do, which a lot of instead of games did before this and after this, would be instead to have the collectible actually, as far as I remember, I don't remember if it's an actual option or not, the collectible stored in the extra option, things that you collected, so you can see it at any point after having collected it, and potentially then having the option to zoom in.
So kind of like what Quantum Break did.
Okay. Or life using time.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, though, okay. What I was saying is like, well, if you really did want to have... God. If you really wanted to have all this immersion and whatnot, why not have it so that in dark areas, Galahad has, like, a lighter or something that allows him to read stuff better? Because I feel like the problem with that bit was a combination of the cursive handwriting and the lighting being an issue.
This area in particular is dark, is already intended to be dark, hence the flash, hence the lamp that we have. So it's especially even darker. Fortunately, with the light, it's easier to tell, at least.
Ooh, spooky.
Okay, so since that plot thread is not going to come back again, might as well start theorizing. My guess is in an earlier draft of the script, there was going to be some kind of plot where Percival was going to somehow turn out to be a traitor, or maybe he was conspiring with the werewolves or the rebels or some shit.
Have you still finished the game yet, Pedro? I forgot.
No, not yet. But I already know everything about Percival throughout the game. If that's what you're wondering.
This does tie into my theory that remember the weapons cache that the rebels had from the Knights? This ties into my theory that, that was going to be the evidence used to frame Galahad. Because again, remember, Galahad, as we saw at the start of the game, is considered a traitor to the Knights, essentially. So, frame or not, that probably would have been evidence used to paint him as the traitor. And Percival may or may not have been in on it, tying into that conversation
It
you
is-
had with that guy.
It is very possible. Don't worry about this. They can barely make it hear each other. Yeah, it is very possible that originally maybe Galahad was supposed to be framed by Percival, who turns out to be a villain, or at the very least, hating the villains. But again, like I can assure you, that's not going to happen. In fact, Percival is supposed to be one of the heroes. One of the hero characters of this story, so that's it really boggles the mind. Like, if you're going to remove that plot thread, remove that cutscene. Like,
Which does really go to another point I have in that.
Happy fun times.
Yes. Again, I'm wondering if this is an abandoned hospital,
Yeah,
essentially.
Whitechapel, because again, the area has been subjected to these werewolves attacks, so in BBS terms,
maybe
the area
this
has
is
been evacuated.
maybe it's because this hospital works like that hospital in Pokemon, where there's only one person working there. Like,
Hi.
Sir? I'm clearly flashing a light on you, sir.
Can you please
Jeez,
pay attention?
look, hey, fuck off! I'm eating.
Hey, you're not Resident Evil game. Fuck off.
I know.
Yeah, he now transforms.
Shouldn't we shoot him while he's transforming?
God, he's very courteous, Jova. It's the same rule that applies to villains while Sailor Moon is transforming. Come on.
Of course.
Okay, so basically, now this is gonna become our monster throughout this sequence. Eventually we'll fight him in a boss battle. And by boss battle, I mean a giant QTE.
Yeah.
I love how even when he's running away from the guy, he's just lightly jogging.
Yeah.
Oh!
Seriously, why is everybody so goddamn slow in this game?
Oh, and now everything becomes sepia.
Press triangle to drink the elixir.
Chug chug.
Yeah.
Like, did that really
Supreme?
need a QTE?
Immersion, Jova, apparently.
Of course.
Normally I'd make a Monty Python joke, but there's an upcoming part where it will be more fitting. Go ahead.
Let me put it like this. The point of QTEs, at least from what I can recall, was to be able to have a cinematic game, but have cutscenes that were interactable. Make it still feel like
And
you were
you're
playing
dead.
in that regard.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what. Remember, the first Shenmue was the game that invented QTEs. The way it works in Shenmue is, if you enter into a fight where Rio is prepared for it, like a challenge or something, it will be a a virtual fighter style of fight, like an actual fighting game. The game basically becomes a fighting game. When it's something like where someone suddenly attacks Rio out of nowhere without him expecting it, then it's a QTE sequence.
Problem with QTEs, like in this game, though, is like, well, they literally feel like it's just a QTE for the sake of saying, oh, look, you technically can play these cutscenes, even if it's something just as minuscule as pressing a random button that really doesn't feel like it's that well tied to it.
Okay. Shoot.
Shoot him! Shoot him!
There you go. Fine, I guess I'll go then. BD.
We have a problem.
Huh. That happened.
Yep.
Alright,
It's like Galahad said, Jova. It's your typical day in London.
Quite.
And again, okay. So, but yeah, no, like, the issue with the QTs in this is like, well, if they were, like, well-flowing with the game, they could have actually have helped out. But again, as early as the first one, which has a weird, out-of-nowhere button precision bout, it just feels like a bout of, oh, look, here's the button, press it, move on.
It's baffling because Santa Monica had a very minimal help working on this. And again, the God of War franchise actually knows how to use QT properly.
Oh yeah, but Santa Monica was only helping out as a support developer. They weren't creatively in control. Like, even if they personally thought the QTs could be done better, they were not the ones in charge, so that wouldn't be up to them.
I honestly have the theory that what they had in mind was maybe a more complex game, but for whatever reason they ran into complications and had to simplify it down to this. That being said,
Peekaboo.
hello.
Oh yeah, that's gonna stop him.
Actually, too, it does.
But didn't he jump in from the other side over there? Why is that stopping him now? Wait.
Well,
Really?
I guess I'll go. Bye.
Ow! This werewolf is kind of lame.
These werewolves are not based on dogs, they're based on pussies.
Apparently.
Triage room.
Well, that happened. Let's carry on, I
Sure,
guess.
Green will be able to find her way there, Galahad. She hasn't exactly been showing off the best of a sense of direction.
It's like Zoro in One Piece, so he's able to manage.
I guess so. Basically, Wibbs, the werewolf was about to get Galahad, but Galahad closed the gate, and the werewolf gave up.
The very flimsy gate.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, the werewolf jumped over that gate prior, so...
Oh,
Why?
speaking of that, hold on. We have founding grain.
Hi.
Yo.
How are you?
Could be better.
Yes, let's actually hurry.
You open the gate.
I'm trying.
Find something to pry it open. I'll clear the debris on this side.
All right.
How about your knife?
Oh, there he is.
Uh-oh. So now you're able to get in the room.
I guess he went for another way.
People are sportive in this game. There you go, there's our actual boss fight.
Okay, so the boss battle is just this. L2 for quick attacks, R2 for strong attacks. Basically what this boils down to is just mash those mash the triggers to hit him, and whenever the game tells you to press the QT, here's the fun fact about the QTEs. Apparently they don't mean jack shit, because as you're about to see, I miss every single one of these prompts and I still win this.
This is a joke.
I'm not even kidding. And by the way, I wasn't even, trust me, this is a blind first time run. I was genuinely trying to do the QTEs properly. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I was pressing the correct direction, but for some reason I kept failing, and yet I still succeed.
Is this one of those stupid bouts where in order for a QTE to work, you actually have to press it a quarter second beforehand or something? Kind of like in Bound Wonderland. Wonderworld!
Alright, for the record, this is boss battle number 2 of 3 in the entire game, by the way.
Oh, what fun!
Press L1 for a series of attacks. There you go. Basically, there's that bar in the bottom right corner, and it fills over time, and when it does... Oh, and yeah. It's okay, remember, he has the super mega elixir potion, so he can just heal himself anyway.
You know, that elixir kind of lowers a lot of stakes when you think about it, but that being said, he hasn't drinking it yet. Shouldn't that stab through the... Well, okay, maybe he's running off of adrenaline.
Yeah, any grain is going to help him, so...
Okay.
So if I recall correctly, instead if you... Okay, I distinctly remember both Galahad winning through this.
So there you go, everybody. That was your boss battle. Hope you enjoyed it.
I think it's a case where if you get the QTEs right, it's Galahad who finishes the fight.
Is it?
Yeah, I think...
Is it?
I distinctly remember this one being won by Galahad.
Well, I guess it allows us to see the other cutscene, I guess. And at the very least, we get to see Lady Igraine actually defeat something, at least. I mean, it's mostly off-screen because of Galahad losing consciousness, but at the very least, she actually gets to the...
maybe not.
Oh, okay, never mind, maybe not. Oh, never mind, I guess it is Galahad that's still... yeah, never mind, I forgot about this bit, yeah. Well, okay, it's Galahad who technically finishes off. Okay, is this what you remember, Teo, maybe? Or are you sure this is not...
Maybe.
Maybe
Again, it has been a while, but I seem to remember, you know, still being Galahad the one who won the boss fight.
Yeah, like
Okay,
I'm genuinely wondering if maybe Galahad. It always plays out like this cutscene wise. That's what I'm wondering. I'm genuinely wondering if there's an actual alternate cutscene if you do the QTE properly.
Is he?
I'll give him a looking between parts to that run that I mentioned from the Italian player.
Sure. Yes, Jova.
Oh no, Igraine might die. It's not like we've got a special potion that can literally
He's
do
using
anything,
it.
but...
Yeah, he's using it now.
Hey, Galahad, if anything, shouldn't you drink some first, given how you literally got stabbed through the midriff?
Maybe he already did, but we didn't see it. I don't know.
No, it's just, again, Jova, it's just that Shiva rules.
Gameplay story segregation. Okay, so now what?
Now we're gonna carry her to safety while we
Also,
still.
not for nothing, Galahad, but you did see in yourself a bunch of different werewolves. Like, you can't just quit it after, defeating one and say, a job well done.
All
I
right.
guess the idea is that he needs to get her back for help or something. Okay. Otherwise, yeah, I have no idea why we're leaving.
Remember, we originally came here because there's werewolves, and we're also hoping to try to find some kind of an explanation.
Wait. So now we're doing the whole. Woe is me. We deserve a better life, you and I together.
Yeah,
where is this coming from?
I know, right? Yeah, sometimes they have her display, implied, that she's interested in him. Thing is, again, this goes nowhere.
And not only that, now she's going into the whole, I hate my life as a knight thing. Like, I don't even know if we really truly remember how she even got into this life.
No, they never explained that. That's the thing.
She's the daughter of, I forgot the name. The
Lord Chancellor.
Guy.
Oh, well,
Lord Chancellor.
Regardless of that, we still don't know jack diddles about why she's in
Yeah,
here.
we don't know her backstory. That's basically what Joe was saying.
And if anything, I think it's implied that her father preferred that she'd rather not be a knight anyway. Which,
yeah, that
again,
too.
just begs the question, why is she in this life if she clearly doesn't like it?
Because there's nothing better to do.
Mind-boggling. Okay. Yeah, remember, the original reason we came here, for the record, just a reminder, is because we came here to get the werewolves, as well as try to find out if there's any kind of evidence here demonstrating why exactly is happening here in Whitechapel, that so many rebels and werewolves are around here. So yeah, so in the next part, as Galahad, we're going to slowly plod through the hospital looking for evidence. So excitement in the next part.
Yeah.
See ya.